Peace. Welcome to the Polymath Podcast. I'm your host, Minister Jam Muhammad. Jam, not peanut butter and jam. Jam, Dr. Jam. Fruit of Islam, baby. Not vegetable of Islam. I don't even like veggies. What do you mean that's not a vegetable? That's a fruit? A fruit considered a vegetable? Man, what the hell are you talking about? Tomato. This podcast is being broadcast internationally. I'm talking Sweden, Norway, Wyoming, and Idaho. It's even reaching people who ain't never seen a black man before. If that's the case, hello. Remember, white power. I mean, black power. I'm sorry, man. I'm confused. I'm bisexual? No, man. Biracial. First Nations. Woo! And part French Canadian. Bonjour, Putin, half God and half devil, just like Master Farad Muhammad, representing Minister Freak Cone, get your freak on, get your freak on. Biracial, not bisexual. I don't want to disappoint all of you Pink Pony Club people. I don't roll that way. Well, there was a time, come on, man, prison don't count. It's dominate or be dominated. What do you mean that's homophobic? I love Lizzie's. I watch them Lizzie movies all the time. I used to, before Islam. Well, still, on the occasional lonely night, all praises due to Allah for all that fine booty. Have mercy on me. In chapel, yo, give me a call. I want to convert you to Islam, hell to the no, to heterosexuality, or at least to bisexuality, because I want to try your sexuality. I want to mount that pink pony, Chapel roan. I want to make Chapel moan and groan. I'm going to show you the definition of black power. Putang is my thing. All praises due to Allah. This podcast is like America. Love it or leave it. If you love it, then click it or ticket, biatch. Hit subscribe or I'ma hit ya. I can't survive on welfare. I can't feed my babies on food stamps. I can't even afford a computer. I'm podcasting from the public library on the south side of Chicago. I almost got shot walking here, man. The bullets were flying everywhere. I'm trying to work my way out of the hood. Monetize this mofo. Click subscribe, like, and share. Yo, on with the show. Today we be reviewing W.D. Farad's First Footsteps in America, The Trail in Oregon by Anton Batey, and Kevin Morris. Man, at first I thought it was like Batey, like La Cosa Nostra Batey, or Anton Bato, orale ese, but it's Anton Batey and Kevin Morris. There's a few things that turn me on. There's Chapel Roan, but in terms of books, I've been excited, not sexually, intellectually. No book's ever given me a boner, at least without photos in it. I've never been excited about a book in a long time. This book got my blood flowing. To the brain, mofo, to the brain, not to my Johnny Coltrane. What do I like about the book? It's big and fat. Huh, you a big fine woman, won't you back the thing up? You a big fine woman, won't you back the thing up? Over 600 pages, man. What are the most important finds in that big booty book? Number one. Anton Batey and Kevin Morris present the earliest known document that points to W.D. Farad. And yeah, it's Farad, not Farad, okay? For those people making those comments, Farad, 2 syllables, man, not Farad. The passenger listening question indicates that an 18-year-old man named Wali Dad Khan arrived in the United States on January 6 or 7, 1907. He was born in 1888 or 1889. He left Hong Kong on December 8, 1906, with a stop in Yokohama, Japan on December 18 and one in Honolulu, Hawaii on December 30th. His final destination and port of landing was San Francisco, where he arrived aboard the SS Coptic. He was listed as an Indian and a Mohammedan on the passenger manifest. He was literate and arrived with $100 in cash. Number 2. Batey and Morris discovered new names, nicknames, and aliases used by W.D. Farad, including Wali Daud Khan, Wali Had, Fred Billy Dad, Fred Cohn, Sandwich Jack, Sandwich Man, Wally Dodd, Fred Cohn, and William Farad. Number 3. Batey and Morris lay to rest the theory that Fred Don was previously known as Alam Khan and variations thereof. The Alam Khan claim, bye-bye, gone for good. They also correct previous mistakes made by researchers. Number 3. After an exhaustive investigation with the assistance of governmental agencies, Batey and Morris have shown that W.D. Farad did not complete the naturalization process. He was in the country illegally and subject to deportation. Number 4. As Batey and Morris note, the 1913 Salem Directory indicates that Farad was living with someone named Anna. Carl Evans contends that this individual was not a wife, but rather an individual named Anafullah. Given that W.D. Farad has been conclusively ruled out as Alam Khan, it can be determined that this individual was not Anafullah Khan, who then was the Anna living with Farad in 1913. Another white lover? How you doing, my man? Number 5. It was previously believed that W.D. Farad was with Hazel Barton into 1921 or 1922. Batey and Morris proved that she did not leave him until 1923, 1924, or even 1925. In fact, a recently unearthed newspaper reference mentions Farad, Hazel, and their son Wallace hosting a party for Mr. and Mrs. J.F. Velasco as late as 1923, with Mr. Velasco ironically being the head of the Knights of Columbus drill team. Number 6. Batey and Morris provide compelling evidence that Wally Dodd's alleged alcohol violation and drug bust in 1926 was an act of retaliation for refusing to pay protection money to Raymond Southard, a corrupt L.A. cop. Number 7. Although we already knew that W.D. Farad, namely Wally Dodd Ford, had a son, Wallace Max Ford, with Hazel Barton, and that he was a spitting image of his father, Batey and Morris have shown that they wore similar-sized suits, as determined by an ad that Hazel placed to sell the old shoes and suits of her deceased son. Number 8. With eagle eyes and microscopic attention to detail, Batey and Morris note that the address that Farad gave authorities upon his arrest in 1923 was 4401 Mount Eagle Street. This was the home of Helen Osborne, the wife of Clarence Osborne. Helen and Clarence were friends of Hazel Barton. Helen died from tainted liquor while partying with Hazel at Shirley Wing's house in Sacramento in 1925. Shirley Wing was the owner of a fashionable Chinese restaurant, Shanghai Lo, which was a front for drug trafficking. It was raided in 1921. It was producing the equivalent of $100,000 per year in cocaine and morphine. After Helen was poisoned to death and Hazel was accused of murdering her, Hazel hooked up with Clarence, who ended up dead within 6 months. Did Hazel kill her friend to steal her man? Did she then kill the man to take over his criminal operation? No wonder she was so restrained when the FBI came to question her about W.D. Farad in 1957. She had every reason to believe that they might be after her. Curiously, she outlived all of her husband's 4, if I'm correct, something her relatives are tight-lipped about until this day. For some, she sounds like a white black widow. Whether or not that was the case, we see that W.D. Farad Allah in person was once again involved with a white devil, a fornicator, a drinker, a drug dealer, and whether intentionally or unintentionally a murderer through tainted liquor. W.D. Farad claimed that he had studied the devil white race for decades. He most certainly did. If one thing is clear, it is that Farad's criminal connections, which involved Chinese opium traffickers and bootleggers, was extensive. Number 9. Batey and Morris processed 4 mugshots of W.D. Farad through Amazon Recognition, a facial recognition software program, and proved scientifically that Wally Dodd Ford from Los Angeles was the same as the W.D. Farad or Farad from Detroit. Number 10. W.D. Farad told Elijah Muhammad that he studied at the University of California. He did. while in prison at San Quentin. As Batey and Morris note, San Quentin's letterbox courses, which used arithmetic word problems to develop precision and logical thinking, likely influenced Farad's pedagogical methods. These courses included practical problems that demanded careful calculation, such as determining the distance cotton would need to be spun to encircle the earth. Number 11. Batey and Morris provide proof that the official portraits of W.D. Farad have been glamorized. As they write, by the 1880s and 1890s, studios were commonly retouching portraits, smoothing skin, removing scars, and altering features like body shape, using hand techniques on negatives. By the 1930s, these services were widely available in the U.S., offered by most professional photo studios as part of standard portrait packages. Number 12. Batey and Morris destroy the ludicrous theory that W.D. Farad was born Wallace Ford in Jasper, Texas, in 1894, a claim that can be debunked through 2 minutes of Ancestry.org research. Number 13. Batey and Morris demonstrate, to the dismay of some, that the FBI unequivocally concluded, and correctly so, that Wallace D. Fard and Wallace D. Ford were indeed the same person. Number 14. Batey and Morris treat all scholars with respect. Enough respect for those who treat others with respect. Number 15. W.D. Ford of Chicago checked into the Hotel Evergreen in Vancouver, Washington on July 18, 1934. A city that's 60 miles north of Salem, Oregon, and less than 2 miles from Portland. Was he reconnecting with Pearl Allen and Donald Campagna? The boy he thought was his son? W.D. Farad was not beamed up into the mothership. He flew or drove from Detroit to California and from California to Washington State. Last but not least, if deportation played a role, argue Batey and Morris, Mexico stands out as a plausible destination, potentially influenced by information Farad may have discreetly conveyed to authorities to circumvent being sent to another continent. If deported to Mexico, he could have crossed back over the southern border, particularly through ports like Laredo or El Paso, which were common re-entry points. Ándale, ándale arriba, un maestro Farad mexicano, que viva la raza, cabrón! This is just a tease, like Chapo Rung's booty in a thong. If you really want to get down, you need to buy the book and read the book. W.D. Farad's first footsteps in America, The Trail in Oregon, is fabulous. It is the product of fantastic research. If this book were a booty, it would be Bootylicious. Buy it, because other brothers are lining up to buy it. I'm out of here. I gotta take my meds. Hey, yo, Traquan, man, you still got some of those pills?